Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we have a breaking update on the highly anticipated New York trial involving former President Donald Trump. In this video, we will delve into the latest developments surrounding the prospects of jailing Trump for contempt. So, let's dive right in. Before we discuss the prospects of jailing Trump for contempt, let's provide a brief recap of the New York trial. The case revolves around alleged financial improprieties and potential tax-related offenses committed by Trump and his organization. The trial has garnered significant attention due to the involvement of a former U.S. president. Now, let's delve into the concept of contempt of court and how it relates to the trial. Contempt of court occurs when an individual disrespects or disregards the authority or orders of the court. It is important to note that contempt charges can range from minor offenses to more serious violations, which may result in imprisonment. In the case of Donald Trump, there have been discussions about the possibility of charging him with contempt of court. These discussions stem from his refusal to comply with certain subpoenas and requests for documents during the trial. However, it is crucial to understand that the decision to charge Trump with contempt ultimately lies in the hands of the presiding judge. Various legal arguments have been put forth regarding the prospects of jailing Trump for contempt. Supporters of this approach argue that it is essential to uphold the rule of law and demonstrate that no one, including a former president, is above it. On the other hand, critics contend that charging a former president with contempt could set a concerning precedent and potentially politicize the judicial process. To gain a better understanding of the prospects of jailing Trump for contempt, it is crucial to examine relevant legal precedents. While no former U.S. president has been jailed for contempt, there have been instances where individuals, including public figures, have faced imprisonment for failing to comply with court orders. These precedents can provide insight into the potential outcomes of the current situation. The decision to jail someone for contempt rests on the discretion of the presiding judge. It is important to emphasize that judges have the authority to enforce their orders and maintain the integrity of the judicial process. However, judges must weigh various factors, including the severity of the contempt, potential alternatives to imprisonment, and the overall context of the case. Public opinion and political factors can significantly influence the prospects of jailing Trump for contempt. The trial and its potential outcomes have divided public opinion, with some advocating for Trump's punishment and others expressing concern over the potential implications. Additionally, political factors, including the influence of partisan interests, may impact the judge's decision. If Trump is found guilty of contempt, what are the potential penalties he could face? The range of penalties can vary depending on the severity of the contempt and the judge's discretion. These penalties may include fines, community service, or in rare cases, imprisonment. However, it is crucial to note that any decision regarding penalties will be subject to the judge's evaluation of the specific circumstances of the case. As the trial unfolds, the prospects of jailing Trump for contempt remain a topic of intense debate and speculation. The decision ultimately lies in the hands of the presiding judge, who must carefully consider the legal arguments, precedents, and the overall context of the case. We will continue to closely monitor the developments in this trial and provide you with timely updates. In the trial, Trump's legal defense team will likely employ various strategies to counter the contempt charges. These strategies may include challenging the validity of the subpoenas and arguing that Trump's refusal to comply was based on legitimate legal grounds. The defense may also emphasize the potential infringement on executive privilege and the need to protect confidential information. The outcome of the trial and the prospects of jailing Trump for contempt could have significant implications for his legacy. If he is found guilty, it could tarnish his reputation and impact how he is remembered by the public. On the other hand, if he successfully defends against the charges, it could bolster his image as a fighter against perceived judicial overreach. If the judge decides to impose imprisonment as a penalty for contempt, the duration of the sentence will depend on several factors. These may include the severity of the contemptuous actions, Trump's compliance with subsequent court orders, and any mitigating circumstances presented by his legal team. It is essential to understand that the judge has discretion in determining the length of imprisonment, if applicable. Regardless of the judge's decision, both parties involved in the trial will have the opportunity to appeal the verdict. This means that even if Trump is initially found guilty of contempt and sentenced to imprisonment, the appellate courts may review the case and potentially overturn or modify the decision. The appeals process could significantly impact the final outcome and the prospects of Trump being jailed. The New York trial and its potential consequences for Trump could set important precedents for future cases involving public figures, especially former presidents. The outcome of this trial may shape how the legal system approaches contempt charges against high-profile individuals and establish guidelines for balancing accountability and the protection of executive privileges. The media coverage surrounding the prospects of jailing Trump for contempt has been extensive. The trial has captured the attention of people worldwide, reflecting the ongoing interest in the former president's legal battles. Media outlets and commentators from various ideological perspectives have weighed in on the trial, shaping public discourse and contributing to the overall significance of the case. As we eagerly await further developments in the New York trial, it is important to remember that the legal process takes time, and the outcome is uncertain. The prospects of jailing Trump for contempt remain a complex and evolving matter, subject to the judge's decisions, legal arguments, and prevailing circumstances. We will continue to closely follow this case and provide you with accurate updates as they unfold. That concludes our in-depth exploration of the breaking update on the prospects of jailing Trump for contempt in the New York trial. We hope this comprehensive analysis has shed more light on the topic. Remember to stay informed, subscribe to our channel for future updates, and feel free to share your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.